If you've ever been caught in a spiral of negative thoughts, you know it's as uncomfortable as being sandblasted from behind. Thoughts like, "She's going to leave me," "I'll ruin this project," or "This isn't good enough," can be the beginning of a descent into a bleak mental state. These thoughts gradually drag you deeper into negativity, with human psychology often exacerbating the situation. Let's face it, who hasn't wished for the ability to switch off negative thoughts as easily as turning off an annoying sound? The idea of instantly silencing these thoughts is certainly appealing. However, rather than writing this off as impossible, it's important to recognize that there are indeed ways to manage these relentless thoughts. You can learn to navigate your mind away from the stormy waters of negativity and towards a more peaceful mental state. The key isn't to eliminate these thoughts entirely. That would be as futile as trying to stop the ocean's waves. Instead, it involves understanding and acknowledging them, and then consciously redirecting your thought patterns. It's akin to a skilled captain navigating his ship through challenging waters, guiding it with expertise and care. In this video, we will discuss 3 Stoic strategies that have been practiced for centuries to deal with negative thoughts and find calm. To effectively navigate through negative thoughts, we need to delve into their origins and explore why, despite absorbing numerous self-help teachings, we often revert back to self-destructive patterns. Addressing this inquiry is crucial for comprehensively understanding the nature of negative thoughts and finding a lasting solution to them. Let us begin. The only thing I ask of you is to watch this video with intent and patience, and don't skip any chapters. The root of self-sabotage. To effectively tackle negative thoughts, it's essential first to comprehend where they come from. The ego at this scenario is akin to having a well-meaning but not particularly sharp cave troll from medieval folklore guarding your mental castle. It swings at anything it perceives as a threat, whether it's an actual danger or something harmless like a merchant. Here's how this might play out in reality. Imagine someone starts their dream business but takes a long time to respond to interested clients while quickly replying to dismissive ones. This behavior hampers their ability to attract paying customers. You might wonder, why do they seem to undermine their own success? This self-sabotage stems from a fear of not meeting expectations or delivering value. Driven by ego and a sense of inadequacy, they subconsciously sabotage their own efforts to avoid potential embarrassment and rejection. This defense mechanism results in a cascade of negative thoughts like, "I can't do this," "They're not the right client," or "I should look for someone else," leading them to avoid necessary interactions. This avoidance is a way to evade confronting their fears and perceived shortcomings. When you constantly feel like you're not good enough, it's often your ego trying to shield you from rejection, failure, and embarrassment. Unfortunately, the ego doesn't understand that these experiences are natural and integral to life. It overreacts, attacking everything in its path, much like the overzealous cave troll. The mind is a superb instrument if used rightly. Used wrongly, however, it becomes very destructive. To put it more accurately, you usually don't use it at all. It uses you. Eckhart Tolle. How to break the ego. To break the mind, you need to go beyond it. It's what spiritual people call becoming the observer. Think about this for a second. If you are able to notice your harmful thoughts, then who is the actual thinker of these thoughts? It's not possible to be both a listener and a speaker simultaneously. By detaching yourself from your mind, you can effectively interrupt its negative cycle. The ability to observe our thoughts without getting caught up in them is the starting point for mindfulness. Mark Williams. There's 3 strategies to thoughts control. 1. The observer. The mind cannot predict itself. In retrospect, your chain of thoughts may seem rational, where a slightly negative thought gradually intensifies into deeper negativity, eventually leading to extreme self-criticism. Yet when you challenge your mind to foresee its next thought, it becomes overloaded. This provides an opportunity for you to pause and merely observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. So when you're stuck in a negative spiral, ask yourself, what's my next thought going to be? Then pay attention. You'll find only silence echoing in your mind. By doing this, you've interrupted the flow of negative thoughts and transitioned from being engulfed by them to observing them from a distance. Each time these thoughts begin to surface, pose the question once more. Repeatedly doing this gradually diminishes the momentum of these thoughts. Like a train running out of steam, they will eventually grind to a halt. This way, you effectively disrupt the negative spiral, all with a single question. 2. Positive counter-talk. Picture yourself standing before a mirror, gearing up for the day when suddenly a flicker of doubt emerges. That familiar internal critic begins whispering doubts about your abilities or worth. However, here's the empowering part. You possess the ability to respond with a voice far more assertive and confident. This is the essence of engaging in positive self-talk, a technique that can truly transform your mindset. Picture it as a mental duel where you counter every negative thought with a positive affirmation. When your inner critic doubts your success, your inner supporter confidently replies, "I have overcome greater challenges than this." It's like a mental ping-pong match where positivity always scores. Think of it as similar to running. Initially, it may be challenging, but with practice, you grow stronger. Before you know it, you're navigating through your day with newfound ease, buoyed by a current of positive energy. So when doubt tries to intrude, be ready to greet it with a smile and a firm reminder that today, there's no room for negativity. You have more important, positive things to focus on. If you've made it this far, please consider liking the video and leaving a subscribe so that YouTube will show this video to other people who may need the wisdom. Thank you so much. 3. Set boundary. Some thoughts can be likened to unwelcome guests who refuse to leave your mental space, persistently and obsessively circling in your mind like a never-ending soundtrack. This is when you need to employ a strong, assertive approach. Picture yourself as the director of your mind's theater. When the script veers off course, you have the authority to halt the action. It's your right to declare enough is enough. Think of it as a mental boxing match. When negative thoughts try to overpower you, you stand your ground. With a deep breath and a firm stop, you assert your dominance in this mental ring. The beauty of this technique is its versatility. It can be used anywhere, whether in a meeting, during dinner, or even while brushing your teeth. It requires no special setting or audience, just your determination to remain in control. Each time you exercise this power, you grow stronger. You become the sovereign of your thoughts, the protector of your inner tranquility. So, when your thoughts start to spiral, remember your strength. Raise your hand and firmly command a stop. You'll find that peace and calmness can be swiftly restored. In conclusion, navigating through our internal world of thoughts, especially the negative ones, is like traversing a difficult landscape. These thoughts, which begin as mild negativity and can intensify into severe self-criticism, often invade our minds uninvited and can take over. The critical lesson here is recognizing our control over these thoughts. By anticipating and understanding their patterns, we can interrupt their flow and transition from being their victim to an observer. This change in how we view these thoughts empowers us to not only identify, but also to actively counter them with positive, affirming responses. Realizing that we have the power to choose how we react to these thoughts is essential in breaking the continuous cycle of negativity and moving towards a more balanced and healthier state of mind. As we have made it to the end of this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel so that our videos will continue to reach more people just like you who also need the wisdom of Stoicism in their lives. Thank you so much.